We kind of lose what feel like community. And community is so basic to our survival and our sense of peace and connection that it can feel very sad and lonely. So what can we do? The postpartum period can be such an overwhelming time for new mamas. And we want to make sure we address this because those are the people we want to protect. That is a time we want to protect. If we take care of mothers' mental health early on, it can have a positive long-term impact. And these are the people we want to protect, right? We want to make sure moms who are sacrificing so much, who are showing up for so many people, feel good and are protected. There's a few things happening that we want to definitely make sure that we address and then give some tips for how we can make this a lot better and we can thrive in postpartum. So what's happening? What is making us feel overwhelmed? A lot of people do talk about the chemical changes that are happening in our body, and they're right. Our hormones are changing. That when we are making a life, we need lots of estrogen, lots of progesterone, even more than we usually have. And when we give birth, our body says, hey, we don't need so much anymore. And we lose quite a bit. It drops off drastically. And that can make us feel kind of low because estrogen is good for us. It makes us feel really good and gives us lots of energy. And so when it drops drastically over a short period of time, it cannot feel so good. And so we know that's happening. But there's something else that is social that we're not paying a lot of attention to. And it's important for us to address and bring the light so that we can get a hold of it and see how we can protect ourselves on this journey. So what's happening socially? Let's just go back to pregnancy. When we think about pregnancy, what happens to us socially? We become the center of attention. I mean, everybody is paying us attention. Everything stops. Even strangers walk up to us and congratulate us. Oh, how far along? And then we just get to talk about ourselves and our experience. People are checking on us. And even more than that, we have lots of get-togethers and parties. I mean, we are the center of attention. I mean, we have the announcement. A lot of us take photo shoots and we have cute little sayings. 1 + 1 = 3. And we have the baby booty and the ultrasound photo. And it just gets so much attention from our community that when we post this, hundreds of likes, hundreds of views, and everybody's congratulating us and supporting us. And do you need anything? That feels amazing, right? It kind of gives us a high. And it doesn't stop there. We don't just stop with the announcement. Then there's the gender reveal. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? And then we go through that journey of having a get together and we have the reveal party and we post it. And again, hundreds of likes, hundreds of views, lots of attention. Everyone celebrates and get together and we eat good. And then you would think it's over. Nope, we are having another party. Now we're having a baby shower where we shower the parents with gifts and advice. This is just enjoyable. I mean, the whole community stops what they're doing to support the new moms and dads, and it's wonderful. This is exactly what we should be doing. We should be celebrating this journey of bringing forth a new life, and we do. And so there's just this high where we're the center of attention. I mean, I've had 6 children. And every time, I mean, I could be anywhere. People are asking me about how I feel and how are you doing? Let me get it for you. And you can have my seat. And so I'm like a little celebrity during that time. And it feels really, really good. And then we have our babies, right? And we say, 7 pounds and 3 ounces and they're here. And then people congratulate us again. And then it gets kind of quiet. Right. It gets quiet. All the congratulations and the parties, right? There's no the baby's here party, right? Maybe we'll send you a note, but that's kind of it. And it just kind of drops off. And that can also be kind of this high that we lose after we give birth. And it can feel lonely. It can feel very, very lonely because, there's nobody anymore. Like we're not posting and I changed another diaper. No one cares. And if we did, it'd be kind of like, oh, good, great. So we kind of lose what feel like community. And community is so basic to our survival and our sense of peace and connection that it can feel very sad and lonely. So what can we do? There's a few things we can do. to shore up our mental health during this time and make sure we thrive in postpartum. The very first thing is realize that social support didn't go away, it changed, right? So now we have a new relationship that we get to explore. And so just see that relationship as what it is. We're getting to lean into this new life. So focus on leaning into the relationship with your baby. That's the first thing you want to do. Just wow. I notice their cries. I notice their squirms. I notice their smell. Lean into that. That gives us some connection and it is good for our health. I mean, I think culturally we talk about all the things the baby takes from us so often that we don't even pay attention to all the research that says that we get a lot from just bringing forth a life that is actually good for our health, that we tend to live longer when we have babies. We don't know that, but that's the research. That's what it says. And that makes sense. Think about evolutionarily. If we want to perpetuate a species, we got to make sure that the people who make babies are here. And so the more children you have, the more your body says, hey, we need you. And so you get a lot of benefit for that. So there's a lot of benefit. And just that eye to eye contact that we get, it tells our brains to give us a dopamine hit and it releases oxytocin and it feels good. And so lean into that. Don't forsake it. I know sometimes our culture does a good job of making us feel like that's nothing special, but it's something so special. So the first thing you need to do is just lean into it. The second thing is rest. I know people talk about, oh, when the baby comes, you're not going to rest again. But lean into your intuition and take the time to rest. What I noticed is that a lot of what people were trying to get me to do was actually interfering with rest. The first thing people told me to do is put the baby on the schedule. That is actually very not natural. A baby isn't waiting for 2 hours to eat. They don't want to. They want to eat when they can because that's better for survival. They want to be held constantly because they was just inside of your body. So they were used to being held by you 24 hours a day, hearing your heartbeat, hearing your voice. And so I ignored a lot of that advice and it was better for me. I rested more when we contact sleep. Like, oh, okay. When you're taking your naps, it's me and you. So you're sleeping longer and guess what? I'm sleeping longer. And so I'm getting more of a chance to rest. And this third thing can be hard, especially in a culture where everything is almost provided for us. Like we don't even have to go to the grocery store anymore. We can just order food. I mean, we don't even have to write papers anymore. We tell AI to write it for us. I mean, so much is provided that sometimes we just want everything to work out the way we want it to work out. The third thing is don't try to force anything. I know this can be hard. So instead of being like, oh, is my baby okay? What are they doing? Are they, are they meeting the milestones? Are they exactly doing everything right? Just try to be present with it. Because that forcing is stressful and it messes with our mental health. So instead of looking at, okay, what are they supposed to be doing by 2 weeks and 3 weeks and 1 month and 2 months, just pay attention, be patient and enjoy the journey. Just enjoy the journey as long as they're gaining weight and eating well, relax. That gives you peace and it gives the baby peace because the baby's connected to your stress as well. So when they're not upset and frustrated, we're more at peace. Trust your intuition. That's the fourth thing. And the fifth thing is important. Ask for help. I know people aren't just showing up on your doorstep anymore like they were when you were pregnant or everybody's just showing up. But be okay asking for help. It can feel a little harder because it just feels like we're alone a little bit. But be okay asking for help. And if you do these things, you will absolutely thrive in your postpartum period. And if there's other things, it's okay to reach out for help. Talk to a doctor. Thriving in postpartum period is possible. So do these things to make sure you protect your postpartum period.